Okay, there is still loot to be looted here. Quite a bit actually, so you folks head over there, and you folks take that loot. Thankfully these occupied provinces don't give us any horrific attrition anymore. I'm not sure what point that stops being. Okay, missionary strength versus heretics is actually useless. So I don't think I'll establish the Inquisition since this is not a cultural goal for my playthrough. So we'll leave it as is. Alright, you are looted dry. Actually, I want to loot this province dry as well. It's what cavalry are really best at now. Ka-ching. They pretty much halfway pay for themselves in loot. But I think we covered the new looting rules plenty with our Horde playthrough as Sari Gyokyu. Why don't you just take Kafajik? I'm keeping them as a punching bag. Maybe you don't believe that, but I don't really care. Oh. Another thing to punch out of them. It's a bit of prestige. I wonder if this will actually affect anything. A little. Better than a poke in the eye, as we would always say. Alright, but I can't actually even take anything from you right now, so what we'll do is we'll get everybody... Oh, there's still looting to be done. No more rise ups in Pate, not that there ever were any. And all is well. You're back. I'm rich. You're rich indeed. Oh, that's a good point. How much do we get from that gold? Well, absolutely nothing, because occupied, intolerance, looted, and war exhaustion removes that entirely. Ah well. Still taking all your money, my friend. Pleasure doing business with you. Magoi. Been sorely lacking in stability hits this run. I need to get the advisors that we need, and what do we need? What do we want? Trade is nice, but here's the thing, when we integrate you, we're going to have a fairly good chunk of control over the Gulf of Aden, to the point that I'm probably going to want it my main trade port for now, but only for now. Here's the thing, we only get 9%, it really doesn't feel like we get much out of it. Let's try and work on that a bit. We'll establish a marketplace over here, expensive though it may be, and holy cow, it is expensive. But I am confident you will pay for yourself in the long run. When we take Marahan, we'll be taking over another large chunk of all this, because you... Okay, you have quite a big malice to... Ah, wow, that really sucks for your capital to be there. The question is, do we move capital or trade port? And I think we're just going to move trade port. Sure, that'll hurt what we collect in Ethiopia, but it should be a big boon to what we collect here. Big boon, he says, but that'll change even more once Mogadishu becomes part of us. Unfortunately, Mogadishu hasn't been building anything, but that's also not a big surprise. I'd like to get a Master of the Mint and a Trader, since we can get the amazing event. And I've started to have second thoughts about that event. It may actually be better. You know what? I'll actually hold that for later. Might be a really nice... Oh, lordy. Opportunity knocks. Soon it will be time to attack the Mamluks. Very soon indeed. I'm actually torn now. I have thrown down all these claims on Marahan, but I really need to get my greasy fingers into the Mamluks as quickly as I can. The war will likely be rather long, but if we can punch our way up here, we can go and grab Jerusalem and Alexandria whilst we're at it. It'll be very exhausting for my nation, however, we will have a lot of power to do this. I'm confident in it. Head north and prepare for war, my fellows. Integration is indeed a slow process. We've got our fourth bit of cavalry as well, and... Nice. They lowered the maybe I should say we lowered the autonomy percentage for vassals that you integrate because it's now become a lot more expensive to do so. Alright, so some of you, yeah, you got the whatchamacallits, the increased separatism due to successful sieges here. But you didn't get it elsewhere, and the type of rebels should be fairly mixed. It also doesn't take me very long to do you. And you are Somali, which is a fully accepted culture. This is excellent. Okay, folks, we prepare for war. Do you have an heir, Jake? We have an heir. Johannes Slomanid, 433. Not bad. Not bad at all. I feel a little lacking in terms of units. But the Mamluks, they're lacking in many ways as well. Wow. Wow. You attacked Genoa because you wanted Schio. And for that, Austria of all nations is coming along and doing you. We're on par militarily, well, technologically at least. There is a slight concern that you may focus southernly against us, but are we still paying you? Not for much longer. Okay, Hejaz and Najd will get involved, however they're also at war with the Ottomans. I wonder, is it worth my time waiting for them to say no? No, we must strike whilst the iron is incredibly hot. No claims, no need. Jake, don't let the Mamluks slap you silly as always. Amen to that. Get that fleet maintenance up so we're ready to block this strait in case they come knocking, but otherwise I see no reason in prolonging this. Die! Make a march straight for the fort there. You folks can bring up the rear in Suchin. You will destroy those boats. Actually, right now, it's an inland sea, so there was no need to even wait for morale. Remember, morale damage is based on maximum morale. Sure, the Hejazi will come and make mincemeat of us if they catch us now, which they will not. Jake, vassalize Hejaz. They are a non-co-belligerent. I probably should have looked at their alliances. It's a shame. Ah, but they're too big to vassalize anyway. Loving this little tune. Also, what were you doing there? What tune is this? What is he even playing? I've never heard this. This is Charge of the War Elephants. Oh, it's a Crusader King's Songs of India tune. Astonishing. I like to think I know all of the Europa tracks and such, but this one caught me unaware. I'm really taking undue attrition here. Arid and due to the siege. Okay, I'll just have to suck it up though. I can't advance until this is down. What I could do is just leave a select portion of my army though. The supply limit there is fine, so that might be what we do. If we ditch a good chunk of you, that should be enough to dissuade them. Jake, where is your playlist of the music of all the games? It's on my MusicBee account, so, well, it's right here and it's local. I don't host it. Okay, he's keen to attack us then. Bring it on, Mamluk. Take you any time, any day. You shall never defeat me. Nice, I don't pay them diddly anymore. Still, we got rather sozzled there. And it's taken a little longer than I wanted to take this down, so let's move out with our fleet. Well, my friends, seems they decided I am the softer target than the Ottomans. Do I pull back, or do I weather this storm? There are too many of them. I would never succeed against this. Actually, why is that number so big? Spotting 10 and 10. Najd and Hejaz. The tech's at 7. My 8 is probably not enough to cast them aside. Okay, sure enough, they did want to come this way. Their movement locked towards me. Yeah, that's not a battle that I'm going to be winning. Step back, fellas. Let our main man, the Ottomans, help us out. Okay, a little unfortunate, and by a little unfortunate I mean, wow, goodbye manpower. However, we still have the money. Okay, what are they doing other than sitting in their own attrition? Yeah. The war enthusiasm of everyone else is rather high, and losing that battle was quite a hit to, well, us in general. But it looks like the Ottomans are worming their way down. You usually see the Ottomans as acting like a runaway train when it comes to military technology. But not this time. At least, you don't see it so much in Common Sense. Okay, I'm kind of hoping that these will act as good enough counterweight against our mortal foes around here. Should I really be going gung-ho up there, though? With these kinds of subsidies, the answer is yes. Jake, can the Ottomans come down? Aren't they locked by forts? That's correct. They can't actually get past this due to that fortress. Unfortunately, I have very limited eyes in the situation. So, what do I do? Well, I'll enjoy cheaper land maintenance. This guy pretty much pays for himself. That I didn't like. Kilwa just allied the Mamluks. They will more than likely get involved here. I mean, why wouldn't they? We're rivals. Yeah, they already pieced out with one of them. And Hejaz is not quite brutalized hard enough to be out of this war. Still, let us press on. Jake, infiltrate, administrate. I don't have that ability. Don't have espionage. Okay, looks like they just engaged with the kind of folks that they should not be engaging with. Let's send a bit of an advance force there. And Mister, I'll make a man out of you. One siege beats no siege. And since you guys are mercs, you guys can help out there. And the folks down south, you can help with the looting and act as backup. Okay, he's not getting involved. Probably because a call to arms would call him against the Ottomans as well, and he can't join that war since he's losing it too badly. Still, unless we press on through this fort fast enough, we're going to find that the Ottomans peace out, and then Kilwa will get involved in this war, and we'll have twice the unpleasantries. This war will actually probably not go very well in our favour, I'm calling it now. I mean, the loss of all your units is fine and dandy, but it's not really getting you out of my war. Oh, that reminds me, if I get a little bit more control over the Gulf of Aden... Well, shouldn't really be spending this money right now, but I will. Because having a good chunk of trade power is glorious. Come on now, time to go. Oh hey, and if I get Adjaran separatists if Kilwa invade me, all the better. Oh, thank you, Ottomans. With you around, I can stroll up north with my head held high. Jake, have you considered access through Makuria? That would be clever, wouldn't it? I think I'm still blocked here, though. Try this. Well, at the very least I could take down another province. Ah! All for Connaught. It's ours now. See, that's frustrating. If I detach units here, they won't take the arrival attrition, if you will. Feels too much like cheating. We'll just split you up into 2 stacks. Feels too much like cheating, he says. Well, this really means that you folks should be heading right up. We're gonna need some brave frontline soldiers in this brave new world. It's a little troubling that Ottomans will get this, though. How close can we get to getting you out of all this? Wow, what an individual. I'm glad you actually got instantly kicked out of this, otherwise Hejaz would be rocking a 4-shock admiral. Yes, I'm saying rocking. But at least we can get Hejaz out before they become a bigger deal. And a bigger deal they would become. How about you, Naj? You're also boasting 10,000 troops in this operation. Well, I swear he was. He was this big, Gov, I swear. What a hard ass. Step on everything whilst we can. My troops are going, wow, that was a familiar place. And again, our walk around is rather strange because of zone of control rules. The rules are actually, what's the word? Consistent and fair, but after playing vanilla for so long, well, maybe not vanilla, but old rules, it does feel rather off. Might be better to go this way. Jake, why don't you conquer Makuria? That's been the plan for a long time, but other things have cropped up. We may as well fabricate the claims whilst we can. But after we deal with the Mamluks, it's going to... oh shoot, no, I can't be fabricating claims at a time like this. I need my spare individuals. Okay, we're close to getting you out. I'm not about to give anything up for you. But we need war score, and we need it fast. Otherwise, Mamluks could call in Kilwa. We need specifically 25 war score. We're getting there, but we're not quite there. You're probably going to run this way, aren't you? What a beggar. Nice. Alright, you hang tight there. Excellent! Beyond excellent. We now have enough war score that Kilwa will not join in. The Ottomans did not take Jerusalem. Sam, huh? And Naj... well, you don't want out quite yet, but you contribute nothing to all this. This is excellent for us. Chase them down like the scum they are. Oh, and since there are only 100 units on this province... okay, so it is fortified. I do need 9,000 to actually siege it. But when I do, it will crumble so quickly. Squish. Alright, I need my troops back here on the double. I can take their capital with very little resistance. I'm sorry, Mamluks, but you will not survive this. I want that at the bare minimum. I'm African. I could probably take advantage of overseas coring. I probably will. Ugh, why take these wastelands when I could have the not wastelands? Ethiopian. Oh, there's no adjective for a Jewish holy war. Well, I can't be having that. Alright, you know what, you can keep the rich ass stuff, but what I will likely do is take Gaza to block off the Ottomans from taking more of you. Also, just splitting you in half is generally good for me. Might be getting a little ahead of myself here, but... Shame I couldn't humiliate you as well, but that'll do. Jake, wouldn't it be wise to cut off Ottoman expansion to the mountain? Yeah, that's what we're doing. To a degree here. So I'm fairly certain this will fall in one tick, since it only has 100 people guarding it. Maybe it has to be 100, under 100 then, but I'm positive that's how it works. Right, we assert our dominance, and on we go. If not, I'll just assault, it's no biggie. Yeah, there we go. Under 100 means siege for us. DDR vacuum, yeah, that's true. But what can I do? Morocco now allied with them. Gee, what's with them grabbing all these alliances here? Jake, what do you think about Mamluk start? They're basically an insane amount of options to expand. I decided to smash Ottomans and Kara because they're the only major threats in the region. Yeah, I mean, the Ottomans, the Mamluks are not a difficult nation to play as. The interesting parts come in the multiplayer, really. Okay, we're not that far away from getting everything we want here. No problem. And the looting more or less pays for the campaign, which is a nice touch. Not so sure how keen I am on having to siege down all these forts, though. Well, I do know how not keen I am, that's the thing. Jake, today is Saturday. I'm fairly certain Jews aren't supposed to be working. I'm not sure what angle you're getting at with that. Keep those conversions going. I am every flavour of glad you could imagine that we did not have to deal with the Kiowas in this war. Oh, hello Naj. Yeah, I'd forgot you were a thing, but not anymore. I'll be having all that everything, please. Is that really what I want? Yeah, probably. We'll go with it. Boom. Okay, with that, we core everything. Actually, we'll pay this down. I know it's only 75 dip, but saves us its worth in admin points, really. And now, the fun of dealing with rebels. But that's something we'll deal with another time. That's been a couple hours, and I think I'll call it there. What is that, 8 o'clock? Yeah, I think I need to hit up my puzzle master man, Leighton. But, cheers folks, those that joined me for this, and those that joined during Honey Pop. Not much more to say than that. Ethiopia is on the go. And Jewish John... probably... well, we really just have to smash the Ottomans. And the only resistance against our probing of Jewish religion will have crumbled. But we'll deal with that probably tomorrow. So, cheers and cheerios, folks.